Welcome to the All or One channel. I'm Kelley Rosano, and this is Aries, July 2012. Aries, we start off the month with the Sun in Cancer. And this activates the area of your life that has to do with your personal foundation, your home life, your family, how you nurture yourself, and how you nurture others. Then, on July 3rd, your ruling planet, Mars, goes into Libra. And this activates the area of your life that has to do with relationships, what other people want from you, your colleagues, the public. So this is a very powerful month and a very powerful transit. Mars is your ruling planet, and like Aries, Mars rules the I am. I am an individual. I am powerful. I can do this. I'm going to accomplish that. I am the warrior. So Mars is our single pointed focus for accomplishing things. It's our drive in life. It's our energy. Without Mars, we can't get anything done. So Mars is so important. However, when you put Mars in the we sign, Mars isn't that happy because Mars wants to go out and conquer. Mars wants to get things done. And when you put it in Libra, when you put Mars in Libra, now we have to, what do others want? What do we want? What do you think? And so that isn't necessarily the happiest Mars. Now, it is giving us some relief after Mars being in Virgo for 8 months. So now having Mars in Libra is a bit of a change. However, the Mars moving into Libra is now going to activate the Uranus-Pluto square that took place June 24th. So I will talk about that in a minute. We also have the Capricorn full moon on July 3rd. And this is happening in the area of your life that has to do with your career, your work, your reputation in the world, what you do in the world, your individuality in the world, how you define your individuality in the world, your career legacy, your success in the world. So this is a very powerful month for you, Aries, because the cardinal areas of life are being most activated. You have the Uranus in the first area, which has to do with you, how you show up in the world. You have the Capricorn full moon with Pluto in the 10th house of destiny, opposing the moon and the sun, in the 4th house, the home, the foundation. And you have Mars in the 7th, relationships. So you may feel like you're being pulled in many directions in July, especially the first 3 weeks of July. That, you know, everybody's at you. Everybody wants something from you. So be aware of that. Now, full moons are oppositions, and oppositions are awarenesses that come to us through external events. So we have the Capricorn full moon in tough aspect with revolutionary Uranus and evolutionary Pluto. Those areas that have planets, points, and houses anywhere from 5 degrees to 12 degrees are going to feel this energy greatly. So those of you that have planets, points, and houses between 5 and 12 degrees, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, you're going to feel this energy greatly. The first 3 weeks of July are going to be super intense. And this full moon activates the Pluto-Uranus square. And we are on the crest of an evolutionary tidal wave that has been building for years. June 24th was the first square off between powerful Pluto and erratic Uranus. Evolutionary Pluto, revolutionary Uranus, squaring off. And this is the first of 7 exact squares that will be happening from now until 2015. On June 29th, when the Sun went into Cancer and then activated the Uranus-Pluto, on June 29th, it formed a T-square. So when planets come in and either oppose or square it's activating double squares. So this is a very intense time. This is a very intense cycle. With Mars in Libra opposing Uranus and both squaring Pluto, the message is everything must change. Everything must evolve or dissolve. What is built on love and truth, and what is not built on love and truth, what is built in love and truth will be doing great. What is not built on love and truth is dissolving. Aries, are you ready to make real changes? That's the cosmic message here. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your gut instincts, your intuition, your inner knowing? Uranus is pushing our drive for freedom, innovation, and reform, propelling us out of our cultural conditioning to make a giant leap into the future. Pluto is showing us what has been hidden or denied, forcing us to face our shadow side and own our power. Pluto teaches us about how we get power, how we use power, or how we give our power away. Historically, Pluto and Uranus greatly accelerate social and technological advancements. They are affecting the area of your life and your identity, how you show up in the world, what you do in the world, how you define yourself in the world. Now Uranus turns retrograde on July 13th through December 13th, forcing us to look at what has been keeping us enslaved. See, Uranus rules freedom. So where do you need more freedom in your life? Do you need more freedom in your personal life, in your relationships, in your work, your career, in your financial? Where do you need more freedom? Mercury, the messenger, turns retrograde on July 14th through August 8th at 13 degrees Leo. And this happens in the area of your life that has to do with true love, romance, creativity, risk-taking. Leo harmoniously energy flows into Aries. So Leo and Sagittarius are your sister signs. They form the grand fire trine. So Mercury and Leo will be fun if you are paying attention to the details. Mercury retrograde is a good time to double check the facts, make revisions and reconsiderations. Take your time when you're making important decisions, okay? Because you don't want to rush anything with Mercury retrograde. Mercury rules contracts, communication, and anything in this area can affect you and affect what you're doing. We are riding the waves of change. The Cancer new moon on July 19th is now activating your area of home and personal life, and Mars in your area of relationships is at this new moon is opposing Uranus and squaring Pluto. So it's a new moon, new beginnings in your personal foundation, in your home. You may be thinking about moving, you may be thinking about moving in, having your partner move in, or you move in with your partner. There's a lot going on in your home life, but remember, Mars is activating Uranus and Pluto in your area of, your selfhood and how you show up in the world and your destiny in the world. And Mars and Pluto can be passion and willpower and personal desire. Pluto can rule divine will. However, it can also, when those two come together, they can invoke violence. Because Mars is in Pluto, when they come together, they can also create ruthlessness and domination. And Mars opposing Uranus can, invoke our desire for freedom, but also it invokes rashness, erratic behavior, And so be aware of, am I coming from love or am I coming from fear? If you're coming from love, you're going to choose wisely. If you're coming from fear, you can act out violently. And violence isn't just physical. Violence is anything that causes separation. What we think and say can either wound or heal. And people can use their words to hurt, to wound others. So be aware of that. This is a very intense 3 weeks, and we want to be really aware of, where we're putting our energy, how we're directing ourselves, and how others are treating us. Now, Saturn will be squaring the new moon on the 19th. Saturn will be squaring this new moon, and this is coming out of the area of your life that has to do with relationships and your personal foundation, your home life. So Saturn is calling us to make changes through peaceful means, because Saturn's in Libra, and Libra rules peace, relationships. And so now Libra can also rule warfare. Remember, Libra is the iron fist in the velvet glove. So there is always that potential there that we can act out through warfare and violence through our words and behavior. Now, Saturn is squaring, which is restriction, limitation. So saying, no, don't do that. Act out through peaceful means. Practice non-violence. Be mindful of our thoughts, words, and deeds. This new moon is about taking care of your inner needs. What do you need, Aries, to feel safe, secure, and balanced? We act out in negative ways through ignorance and exhaustion. Many folks are deeply asleep to the enormous changes taking place now. Prime Creator is using all of these transits, these new moons, these full moons, the Venus transit, to pour the goddess love light energy into us. But it's a cleansing energy. Anything not built on love and truth is dissolving. So if you are experiencing bizarre behavior with self or others, this is why. That's why we don't want to meet negative energy with more negative energy, because then it only escalates into more negative energy. We want to practice boundaries and compassion. So if someone is being aggressive towards you, delete their emails. Don't call them back. Don't allow them in your space. This is why we have voicemail. This is why we have email. Teach others how to treat you. There can't be a war if no one shows up. It takes two to fight. And when someone attacks us with negativity, they're trying to get our energy. They're trying to steal our light. And so the best way to manage that is to not engage them. Don't engage. So remember that you practice boundaries and compassion. Retaliation only fuels the negative and creates more negativity. Now the good news is, on July 21st, there's an enthusiastic Jupiter-Uranus sextile. And this bubbles with brightness and ignites original perspectives. Now this is happening in the area of your life that has to do with how you think and communicate, your attitude, and how you show up in the world. So you're going to be getting a lot of insight into how to step through the minefields out there with those who are still asleep and acting out negatively, and get your work done. Accomplish what you need to do. You see? And then the sun goes into expressive Leo, the lion, on July 22nd, encouraging playfulness and creative self-expression. Leo rules the part of your life that has to do with true love and romance, creative self-expression. So when the sun goes into Leo, it is going to pour all of this positive energy into Aries, because it's your sister sign. Remember, July is going to be an intense month. We are being pulled into the future. Let go of what no longer serves you. Every adversity, every setback, every handicap carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Look for what value and benefits are in your life. Focus on what you can do. Release what you have no control over. Responsibility is the ability to respond. Be proactive. Remain positive. Your future is very bright. Thank you for watching, Aries. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing. You rock. Thank you for your comments and your feedback and your letters. When you feedback on YouTube, it also gives others a chance to comment. We all have wisdom and life experience and knowledge to share. So I really appreciate when you feedback on YouTube, because I don't always get a chance to answer everyone. And I love all your comments. And there's so many of us watching that have incredible wisdom and life experience that can answer you. So it's wonderful when you feedback right on YouTube. We're creating community here. Thank you to all my clients. You are so awesome. If you would like to work with me and have me take a detailed look at your astrology, and or you're interested in coaching, the link is below. You click on the link, it takes you to my PayPal page. You choose the length of the session you want. Once I see you've made that commitment, I send you my schedule. You choose the day and the time that you want, and we're off and running, we're rocking and rolling. So until next time, Aries, keep looking up.